Welcome to EyE on You. As a super connector, Hong Kong has always been responsible for spreading and promoting Chinese culture. Now, as the new situation emerged, the people of Hong Kong have struggled hard to absorb the best of foreign cultures and tell their own Hong Kong stories, integrating into the trend of globalization with an advanced system and unique culture and enhancing the soft power of the nation and the country. The epidemic has caused misunderstanding about Hong Kong, so that Chief Executive John Lee has stated his intention to tell the world the good stories of Hong Kong, and the business sector in Hong Kong has actively cooperated. The 53rd President of the Chinese General Chamber of Commerce, CGCC, Mr. Jonathan Choi, has made good use of his personal and CGCC's network to tell Hong Kong's story globally from four perspectives. Firstly, he has frequently exchanged ideas with foreign consuls and Chamber of Commerce to explain the real situation in the recent months. And also, he will lead the first significant Hong Kong business delegations to Vietnam since the epidemic and to strengthen the cooperation between the two places. Thirdly, he will also organize a delegation to attend the World Chinese Entrepreneurs Convention in Thailand to promote Hong Kong to 3,000 Chinese business leaders worldwide. Last but not least, he will plans to lead the delegations to the European Union, ASEAN, the Middle East, Japan, and Korea to promote Hong Kong's business sector to the world and let the world know about the real Hong Kong. Mr. Choi said that the positioning of CGCC is still based in Hong Kong, backed by the motherland and facing the world. And the CGCC will do its best to tell the world the good stories of Hong Kong so that the foreign businessmen can understand the real situation and to do trade in Hong Kong with confidence. Today, we are very honored to have Mr. Jonathan Choi, 53rd President of the Chinese General Chamber of Commerce, to share his personal experience, work plan, and views on the youth development, the economy development in Hong Kong and to the world. Hello, Jonathan. Welcome to our show today.
Hello, Eunice. Good morning.
Yeah, so I have read lots about you online, and it's my great pleasure to have you here today.
I'm very happy to meet you in this occasion. It's
Yes.
my first time to be here.
Yes. So just a few questions about yourself and about CGCC and also the future plans in CGCC, and also how do you see the future for the Hong Kong youth, especially with the collaboration of the Greater Bay Area and the Belt and Road Initiative. So can you tell us more about yourself? How do you come up to the chairman of CGCC?
Many people have the misconception that I'm from quite a well-off family. But that was not the case, because I have to start with my father. After New China establishment in 1949, he came from mainland. My hometown is Chongshan. When he went from Chongshan to Macau, he got nothing, just empty-handed to go to Macau. And he moved from Macau to Hong Kong in 1950-something, 57, I remember, yeah, something like that. And also without anything. Therefore, we rented one small room, about 100 square feet. And then the whole family, 5 of us, my parents and 3 of my brothers and sisters, we live in one small room, and that was our situation. And at that time, I was so young that I just, I cannot recall anything. I just heard all the stories from my mother. She told me that at that time, we were quite poor. We could eat only broken rice, not the whole piece of rice, broken rice. And because we had wholesale business, my father is the wholesaler at that time, and she just picked up the abundant vegetable after the working hours in the fish market, in the vegetable market. And that is the way that we were being brought up at the time. Therefore, I could feel that I'm not from a wealthy family.
How do you become the chair of the CGCC? Because as you said, you're not coming from a wealthy family, and then afterwards you have chance to go abroad to study and to enrich yourself. How do you get this opportunity?
I think the first thing is, especially when you are not from a wealthy family, you need to work hard. You need to work hard. Because I remember that when we were young, of course, everybody wanted to go to good school, but we don't have so much money, you know. Therefore, we got scholarship. Therefore, you have to work hard. If you work hard, then somebody will pay for you. Then we can go to a good school. And I'm very fortunate. I spent my time in the St. Paul's School for the Form 6, and then I went to Japan to study. And as you know that, my father has developing his own business as a wholesaler to be an exporter of seafood. And the reason why he sent me to Japan is because our main buyer is from Japan. Therefore, he wanted me to learn more Japanese and get more customer for him. But it's a pity that, or I'm lucky, I don't know. I went to Japan and stayed for 1 year studying, but suddenly he called me up. He said, "Oh, Jonathan, it's quite expensive in Japan. Why don't you come back and help the family? Because it's a family business. We need to build everything by ourselves." Therefore, at that time, I have no choice. I came back to Hong Kong. And as you know that, for the fish wholesale business, it's very hardworking. We invest in a fishing boat. We do the buying and selling in the wholesale market. We do the processing, and then we export to Japan. They have the whole range of the production line. Therefore, I have to get up sometimes 4:30 in the morning or 5 in the morning. Once we get up, then we go to the fish market, do the auctioning, and then buying and selling, and then we take a breakfast, and the factory starts at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
8 o'clock in the morning. And because the business is developing very fast, therefore, we work sometimes until 10 or 11. Because as you know that, we are not the only one. Hong Kong is developing this. Many factories work overtime. Because our facility is small, if we work 2 shifts or 3 shifts, then it's more efficient. Then we get more benefit. Therefore, we have to work very hard early in the morning until late at night. Therefore, it's quite okay because we're hardworking, we are quite successful. Therefore, at the age of 25, my father said that, we would like to retire, let the young man to do it. Therefore, I was appointed to be the president of the company. People say that Sunwah Group. No, that is not Sunwah Group. It was the only a seafood company only.
So how many years you have been working for to get the seat for the as the chair of the group?
I was 18 years old when I came back from Japan, and I became the president at the age of 25. Therefore, about 6 to 7 years. Because at that time, frankly speaking, it was a small company. It was not a group yet, because after we grow, we have 8 different types of business, very diversified and international conglomerate. Therefore, we call it the Sunwah Group. But at that time, it was only a small seafood company. I was appointed to be the president to do all the donkey work.
But it's still very extensive knowledge and also expertise on this area.
Yes, because it's very interesting. Because for seafood, the fresh seafood, live seafood, fresh seafood, and frozen seafood, the prices are different. Therefore, when you do the purchasing, you need to be very sharp. You have to give the price, and then you buy, and then you send it to your factory and do processing and send it out. Therefore, you need to be very quick decision making, and then you need to be very hardworking. Because fishing boat in the morning, about 5 o'clock, they do the loading and unloading, and then do the auctioning. And then after breakfast, they send before 8 o'clock. About 7, actually all the raw material is in your factory already, and you start your processing at 8 o'clock. And then from 8, if good business, all the way until 11 o'clock at night. Therefore, it's very hardworking. And I remember I was young, not now, at that time it's okay.
Now you're still young.
For the whole year, 365 days, we work the whole year round. And only the first 3 days of the Chinese New Year, we have a holiday. Therefore, at that time, we need to really hardworking. And that is the foundation that will build Sunwah Group.
So I think this is the mandatory working attitude.
Yes, it is.
Hardworking. Get up early.
Exactly, and to be healthy. If you don't have a good health, I don't think that you can work on it.
Right.
Because this is the whole year round, 4:30 to 5 in the morning, Of course, not every day at the 11 o'clock, but at least it must be 7 to 8 o'clock before you go home. Therefore, you have to really hardworking, spend your whole time for your own business. That, I think that's the way to build a business, not only for myself, it's from so many successful businessmen in Hong Kong. They did the same.
So I know that you have been in CGCC for over 10 years. So can you tell us more about the experience that you have been spending in CGCC, and how do you see the business overall in Hong Kong?
Okay. Actually, I was very happy to join CGCC, and actually it's more than 10 years. I've been there for more than 20 years already. And when I was young, everybody wanted to be the king of seafood, the number one, top three in your industry. But if you are in the first one or the top three, you have to compete with other competitors,
right.
And the business is tough. Therefore, you don't have so many friends, you know. You don't have so many. You're number one, you beat down everybody. You don't have so many friends. Therefore, when I'm getting old, I joined the CGCC about the age of 40 and something like that. We just feel that once I joined CGCC, it's different. It is a business chamber. We have to work for all our members, work for Hong Kong. It's not working for yourself. Therefore, the mentality, the positioning is different. And therefore, I just feel that CGCC changed my life. Because if I focus only on my business, I always want to be the number one. I don't have friends because we were competing every day or making money. And but once I joined the CGCC, I changed everything. I just feel that I have to work for the community, the business community, work for Hong Kong. Right. Therefore, I changed the way of doing business and the way of doing things. Therefore, I was so fortunate that elected to be the chair of CGCC, and I feel that for CGCC, it is one of the oldest chamber in Hong Kong. It was established in exactly 1900. 1900, it was established. This year is 122 years already. And there are so many successful businessmen, like Mr. Henry Ford and Mr. Zheng Hinji. All these, they're successful past president. We need to learn from them. And firstly, of course, they're very patriotic. They have a lot of commitment to our country, to Hong Kong and the community. Therefore, we just feel that how we can learn and continue all this culture of our CGCC. Therefore, to build a prosperous and sustainable CGCC is my job. It's my duty. Therefore, how to do it? Therefore, I'm thinking, of course, in the past, they are very successful, but we need to work closely with the present world. Right. Because 120 years. In the past, it's very successful, but using the same way, it doesn't work anymore in the present society. Therefore, the first thing I feel for CGCC, we need to be always young and energetic.
Yes.
If you want to be young and energetic, you need young people. Therefore, we need to support and promote young people. Young talent, I will use to use talent, young talent in my CGCC. Secondly, be professional. Thirdly, we need to go international. That's what I've been positioned CGCC. Therefore, for CGCC, we are based in Hong Kong, backed up by the motherland, and at the same time, we have to connect the whole world. That's what I've been doing in the past 10 years as the president of CGCC. And I'm so happy that now we have so many young professionals, young entrepreneurs joining us, and also we have so many lawyers, accountants also in our chamber. And today, I just feel that as our chief executive, Mr. Choi, said that we have to tell good Hong Kong story. Therefore, we need to go international. Therefore, I position Hong Kong, our CGCC, at the beginning. It is CGCC for Hong Kong. Later on, after the 14th five-year plan, we have to position Hong Kong as China's CGCC. We have the fully integrated, we have our motherland. Thirdly, how to tell Hong Kong story. We need to go international. We want to be the world CGCC. Because I've been in CGCC more than 20 years. And I remember that the first time we went international is to join the World Chinese Entrepreneurial Convention. This convention gathered all the Chinese businessmen all over the world in one place. The first time was in Singapore. It was initiated by the late Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, the Premier of Singapore. I was there when I was very young. And after that convention, we gathered together Hong Kong CGCC, Thailand CGCC, and Singapore CGCC. We gathered together to be the convener of this big convention. And every 2 years, we make this world convention in different parts of the world.
Wow.
And every time we got almost 3,000 delegates from all over the world coming in. It's a pity that because of COVID, we cannot get it done in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
But before that, I remember we get it done in London. The UK Chinese General Chamber of Commerce helped us to organize this. 3,000 delegates from all over the world went to London. I was there. And because of that, we want to continue all these things. And we are going to organize another one in Thailand in this next June, 2023, June. Will be in Bangkok. And Thailand CGCC is one of the convener. They would like to take up the opportunity to get the convention in Bangkok. We fully support them. Therefore, I will bring a big delegation again to join. Therefore, going international is very important. We just feel that Hong Kong, of course, we don't work only with the Chinese, overseas Chinese. We work with everybody. But Hong Kong is a place that we can gather all the overseas Chinese businessmen together so that we can work well with the mainland, with the international community. I think that is the CGCC's job in the future, how to be a world CGCC.
Yeah, I think it's very important to gather all businessmen's mind and their ideas together as to polish or to enhance the Hong Kong's policy for them to get into the Greater Bay Area, or for them to go to other Asian countries, or as what you have said, to go international. So I know that you have been bringing a lot of delegations to Vietnam and Cambodia. Can you share some information about that?
Actually, because of COVID, it's a pity that we could not bring delegation in the past 3 years to go international. But once when our chief executive slowly opened the door in the past few months, already bring 2 delegations to Vietnam and to Cambodia. We would like to have Cambodia and Vietnam to understand not only Hong Kong, but also GBA. Therefore, we organized 2 seminar, small scale seminar in Phnom Penh and Ho Chi Minh already. And it is Hong Kong GBA in collaboration with Vietnam. Therefore, I think it is quite successful because all our partner is the ETO and local chambers. This time, after the door is opened wider and wider, and many Hong Kong businessmen would like to go firstly to RCEP. In RCEP, first one we pick up is Vietnam. Because among all the ASEAN countries in the past years, I think GDP growth, I think number 1 is Vietnam. There's so many opportunities. Therefore, I'm the chamber of a few, the chairman of a few chambers. Therefore, I organized 3 chambers together to go to Vietnam this time. CGCC, GBA Entrepreneur Union, and also Hong Kong Vietnam Chamber. 3 chambers together. I'm the chair, and then I led a big delegation. About 70 people going to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh. And at the same time, we have new partners. Because I myself have been in Vietnam for more than 50 years. And we, in the past years, we just brought Hong Kong U to be a business partner on education and training. And we signed an MOU about 2 months ago in Ho Chi Minh. And we bring Hong Kong UST, Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. We have a donation with them, and we set a program to bring the Vietnamese scholars and scientists and students to come to Hong Kong and GBA. Because Hong Kong UST have a Nan Sha campus coming up. Therefore, we want to collaborate with them in smart city and many more. And thirdly, Hong Kong is a financial center. We are bringing Vietnamese company, hopefully, to get listed in Hong Kong. Because Hong Kong is the international marketplace, not only from China. We need to open the door for all countries. And Vietnam, I think, is coming up. Therefore, we are helping Hong Kong UST, Hong Kong U, and Hong Kong Stock Exchange to achieve all this goal.
How will you tell the young people or the young professionals on the career? How do they expand their horizon on the Greater Bay Area and also Belt and Road Initiative?
As you know that when I was young, I was quite hardworking. I think
this is the key word.
The key word, you need to be hardworking, and then you need to have a good EQ. Because, for example, when my dad called me, if my EQ is no good, Dad, I don't want to come back, then it's the problem. I missed the chance. You get a good EQ. And also, when I'm getting old now, one thing, lifetime learning is important. The world is changing every day. Now we are talking about Meta, we are talking about NFT, we're talking so many new things, blockchain. 5 years ago, I don't know all these things. If we do not continue to learn, we cannot catch up. That is my suggestion. You need to be hardworking, good EQ, and also life learning. That is my suggestion. And after your personal development, you have to understand what is the trend of the whole world. Hong Kong, I just feel I'm very happy. Hong Kong have one country, two system. We are part of China. If we are only a small city, I don't think that I got so many friends. They won't come to see me. They come to see me because Hong Kong is part of China. It is Hong Kong, China, Hong Kong. That's why they come to me. And Hong Kong is part of the GBA, 9+2 city. Right. When people's talking about GBA, they will say, oh, I want to go to GBA. I said, I'm sorry, you're in Hong Kong, you're in GBA already. We are important core city of GBA. Because among the core city, Hong Kong, Macau, Shenzhen, and Guangzhou, we are part of it. And we are the only city have the one country two system, not Shenzhen and not Guangzhou. Therefore, we are so happy that we are part of it. Therefore, how to integrate, grasp the opportunity and integrate with the GBA development and also develop the whole country. That is very important. Therefore, we have to look forward. What's the future? You like it or not, China is second biggest economy in the world. Very soon, maybe hopefully 10 or 20 years later, we'll be the number one. Therefore, that is the opportunity. And at the same time, because China have the so-called dual circulation, internal circulation and external circulation. Under one country, we are part of the internal circulation, the market, 1.4 billion people is big for Hong Kong. And external circulation, we are the two systems. With the financial center, same as New York, London, and Hong Kong. We are in the other parts of the world. Therefore, among the dual circulation, I would say the Hong Kong right in the middle. We get the best from the whole two parts of the world. Therefore, Hong Kong young people, firstly, you need to work closely with GBA and our motherland, get the opportunity. And at the same time, don't forget, you have to go international. If Hong Kong do not go international, we are only same as one city like Shanghai, Shenzhen, Guangzhou. It's only one of those, nothing particular. But we are same as New York and London. That's different. Therefore, I would like to suggest my young people that they work well with our motherland and the international world.
Yes, thank you, Jonathan, to let us know about Hong Kong's advantage and how are we going to be the windows for our motherland and to the world. And I think this is very important and very important message for all the young people and all the young professionals. So thank you for your time today.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Thank you. Yes.